Hello and welcome to Gifted Underachievers, the podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions. In this segment, James and I give updates on what we're calling our small creative acts, those projects on the side that sometimes can make you a little bit of money while you work on the bigger stuff. Hope you enjoy it. So, James.
Yes, Pat.
We both got small creative acts in the hopper. I'm just curious about how yours is going.
After our last conversation, I went through the book.
Yeah.
Got rid of some stuff, added some stuff.
Okay.
Thought about it a little bit more deeply, and I took it seriously.
Oh, you good? That's good.
And I discovered that it's all right. I now feel good about it because I didn't feel good about it before. And so I tucked it away and forgot about it.
Uh-huh.
But I also realized that just having a bunch of text isn't the best foot forward. And so I want to add drawings, unique drawings and that kind of thing. And so I've reached out to an artist who's actually a friend of my daughter's, but she's very good, very unique. And we're kind of slowly working towards working together and having a partnership where it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
And that feels really cool because as I have discovered with the podcast, right? So a lot of this creative work that I do, that you do, is very solo. It's on our own doing stuff.
Yeah.
That it's nice to have partnered or collaborative projects.
Yeah.
Where the other person has a shared stake in it and brings a new other set of skills.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty stoked about that.
I think that's exciting.
Like happen, and if for some reason this artist who I'm wanting to work at gets has something else come up and can't do it, I've actually found other illustrators that can do it.
That's so great.
They've said they would, but people I can reach out to and propose. I have this thing going on.
Yeah.
So I've gone from this book on writing advice that was sitting in a file that I had not seen or looked at or really much thought about in at least probably 5 years, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That now has come back to life, and maybe it can turn into something.
I love that. That's so great. I think you're right. The other thing I like about, as you say, I don't really, being a writer is not super collaborative most of the time, but I really like the energy that comes from collaborating because it's like an atom, right? You need whatever. I don't even know what atoms are made out of. Forget it. It's mostly space, like what's in my head. But the energy that comes from two people working on a common goal is just so different from normal writing that it's enjoyable. It makes it the creative process is completely different, and yet it's not as lonely as when you're creating something yourself, without feedback, I think. And just to see what somebody would do for the illustrations, I think would be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to buy.
When you start going out and looking, because sort of, yes, there's illustrators out there, but when you start going out and looking, then you also exposed, I've been exposed to this whole other way of art and very, 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 very unique people doing very unique work. And that's kind of cool. So
love it.
Yeah. So how about you? What's your small creative act?
Well, it's, as you know, it's my pleasure journal.
Right.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to laugh this time.
Okay.
And I'm not going to call it your Pat's Pleasure Journey, the PPJ.
You just did. So the exciting news is that I just got a text from our dear friend and podcast listener, Carrie McConkey, who will be a guest very soon, and sending me a photograph of the pleasure journal. She bought the hardcover, shelled out for the hardcover version. Wow. So it's out there. It's out in the world. I think I got to work pretty quickly after we talked last time. And what I like about it was that I took out all the stuff that was getting in the way of somebody being really happy about using it. So I took out all the calendars and I enlarged the doodle space, all that stuff. I completely changed the cover. I made it evergreen, so you just date your entries whenever you want to. You don't have to do them once a week or, and then I talked to my friend Pam Buston, who had bought 5 pleasure journals to do with her friends. Yeah, she's a great person. And she said, I was just asked her for advice. I think I might have reported on this already. And she was really great and forthcoming with answers to the questions I asked her. And so now I'm getting my author copies. I bought one for each of my kids and one for myself. So they're coming on Saturday. And then I actually did this crazy thing because you told me it was easy. You said it's easy, and it was. It was so easy.
Really?
Which is, I bought an ad on KDP. Like, it's sponsored product, basically. So it's getting shown at the top. What I should have done was do it earlier so that I could have made some Black Friday dosh on it, because people are buying like crazy. But guess what? Christmas is coming. Guess what? I can do whatever I want. I can lower the price. I can run a promotion. So, because I published it myself. Well, Lucid Editions, which is my publishing imprint. And it was fun as, I was going to say fun as fuck. Is that even a thing? It was really fun, and I can't wait to get it in the mail. And I'm pretty sure, I got a, an ARC, advanced reader copy, and I proofed it, and I think I got rid of all the mistakes, but the stakes are very, very low. So I'm not worried about it. And I feel like maybe I'll run a promotion saying, if you find a typo in this journal,
$1 per typo.
Yeah. Ooh, no, I'm not giving money. I'll give them something.
Headbands. That's cool that you found the advertising so easy too. And I don't want to market for Amazon.
Well, no, because I need to take it off Amazon, actually.
Oh, okay. But
I don't want to remove it, but go on. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I just think that running online ads is something that people should think about, and it's easier than I think a lot of people think it is, and it can also be a lot less expensive than I think people think it would be.
Yeah. I did watch a couple of YouTube videos by this incredibly nice English person who said that give it a week, because you can't tell right away. Like, you don't know which keywords to remove and which ones to privilege and all that stuff until you've got some data. So I'm going to give it a week. Here's the thing, that I wanted to get a different printer, partly because of the ribbon thing, and partly because the Antichrist aspect of working with Amazon, but I would still sell it on the platform because just it's a massive, massive marketplace. And I have some, what do you call that? Integrity, but not enough to go broke. So, anyway, I will let you know how the whole thing goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, this is because this is such a low stake project for me. It's not my heart on the page. It's something I think is really fun and that I'm going to enjoy, but I don't feel like it's a reflection of who I, whether I have a meaningful life or anything like that. So I think it'll be really fun to.
Yeah. Well, and the whole thing about it is like the grant experiment. It's to try something else to see, are there other ways to generate income? And if so, take advantage of them. And hopefully they can become a way to support freeing up time to do more meaningful and personal creative work.
Exactly. Thanks for listening to Gifted Underachievers, the podcast for mid-level creatives with delusional ambitions. Well, what do you think? Does either small creative act have a hope of doing what we'd like them to do? Do you have anything on the go that you'd like to tell us about? We'd love to hear. Put a note in the chat, send us an email to giftedunderachievers@substack.com, or just let us know in the comments. See you next time.